And what was this building? A mosque? Is that what that finial on top indicates? I don't know. And this cat is curiously wondering why I don't know. But perhaps it'll lose interest when I walk on. I always love shots of roofs, the different planes. And shadows and colors seem interesting. This small building, this circular half of a cylinder, does that give us a hint as to what that other building up on top was? How old? What purpose? Here an archway, which apparently is the original access, this ramp, up to this building that we were just looking at. But now it just pens in some chickens, waiting to become dinner. But it looks like I can go down there, so I will, until I get thrown out. This is interesting. And the stones are quite well worn. So is this still another access? Narrow made it defensive. The stone's well polished from many feet. Oh yes. Some additional fortification elements. And what that platform was used originally for, now probably for parking, but maybe originally a house or something. Another tower-like element. Communication. And here we're on the outside of this building. We were clearly on the outside, but have no idea what that was for. This terracing probably took place afterward for growing foods up here, just like Machu Picchu would, or any place that's limited to farming resources in a very steep environment. It's interesting. I wonder if it served any function in the past. So this is the ramp access up to that building, whatever it is. Notice these ball-like substitutions for that railing that probably used to be there. But here another building was here, but then some stairways went up, also giving access to that building. And this, of course, is easily recognized if it's what I think it is, and that is a grinding stone. Not as sophisticated looking in this state as the Chinese were, and yet you can see that it has some kind of a six-sided or whatever hole in the center, so that a piece of wood there could be placed, and then functioning like an axle turned by something. But now it's irregular, perhaps worn by time or worn by use, although normally the sides are not the grinding portion. And the part that is the grinding portion on the top, you can see circular concentric striations, which may have something to do with its design. And even there, notice that there's a little cavity or storage area underneath those stairs. How interesting that is. As far as we can go through this gated area, presents us with a little courtyard and a doorway going to that, what looks like the top of a tower. And here a view back up inside the fort where we were. Even get a little bit of a look inside of these folks' home. all neatly done. Looks like a Christmas stocking hanging on the wall. Looking back up the way I came. And in this part of the world, you wonder, where is it coming from? And where are they going? And notice the Arabic design of this window. Only slightly alluded to in the windows of this, which I'm thinking is some kind of a mosque. And some other building, but gives us a little bit of an idea of the interior, although I can't see over this wall, but the camera can. Again, with these three dome-like roofs, was this some kind of a mosque or just a design of? Lovely intersection, quiet as can be. Imagine the feet and the lives that have trod this walkway and entered these doors. See, that's removable. See the chain link in the center. Perhaps underneath all of this is a more sophisticated drain for sewer water in general. Exit from one house. Those notches in those purlins would suggest some other kind of architectural feature went there, maybe a decorative beam. Because this archway is purposeful in that pretty but simple design. The locks are all new here.
But here is from the, you see the water system.
The damp, yes.
No windows.
Ah, yes. So very
No
wet.
windows, no sun.
Yes.
Not light.
Yeah.
It's probably.
Oh, yes,
Can
go
explain,
ahead.
if
Go
you
on,
want.
please.
Yes, and after I explain about this.
Sure. And what is your name?
My name is Zenni.
Zenni. And you have lived here.
Yeah.
And you've lived here all your life.
Yeah.
That's a ball. Ah. And where we are now, Zenni is going to show me the hammam.
Bathrooms, the hammam.
Which is like the bathhouse.
Yes. No.
And notice banye
This
is just like
the
Spanish.
bathhouse of the Skanderbeg.
Ah, this was the bathhouse of Skanderbeg?
Yes, for the soldiers also, for the people who live on the castle.
Yes.
There was a privacy bath.
Yes.
Personal.
Ah. So let's go in and take a look.
So this is the system by ceramic, you see?
Oh yes, those are the pipes.
System by the water.
Yeah.
And here is the room for the men
Oh yes.
to take a bath. So actually the men stay inside here. That is full by the things, you know.
Uh-huh.
And one person from up here, he put him the water.
Oh, pours water on?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Another person stay on here
Ah, yeah.
to be ready by the...
Towel
Yes.
to dry him off.
Yes.
Oh, how interesting. And then these walls, and you can see that they're incised there a
It's
bit.
wonderful.
But in addition, they would have all had frescoes, paintings on them. And notice that they're for air to go out.
It's very interesting in this wall, you see how they building.
Oh,
Because
yes.
They didn't know how to by the stones or by they just
Right. So it's cement and tile, there's some
Yes.
more tile there. And then covered over here with a plaster. Here you can see the plaster. Oh, right, touch that.
and so it came here.
Oh, yes.
The old system of water.
So the water pipe went through there.
It goes all around there, you see.
Was that water hot?
Yes, hot.
Was hot.
Also, when I am being in Italy, in Laderello,
Uh-huh.
there was the hot water came natural.
Oh,
In the winter, when I work on the mountain,
Yes.
by wood machine, I stay up there. Like
it was
this.
always warm.
I feel hot. It was snowing, but I didn't feel no cold. For the women
Oh, yes.
room is the same system. And
Same,
the water go
okay.
away from there and fell down by the castle.
Oh, yeah.
And here has been for the kids.
Oh, really? So there were 3 rooms?
3 rooms.
Oh. Unfortunately, I met Zenni because he has told me that these stones, which I was wondering about, are catapult stones. But they're the stones that the Turks threw into the fort from catapults down on the hill. And it gives you an idea, since we could see how far down they would have been, how powerful those catapults were. And there were small balls and large.
It's liberal.
And the bikashi.
Yes, for the not like Arabic women's marking. Then they put on the face.
Right.
Here is liberty.
For women.
To be free.
Ah, very nice. Yes.
More liberal.
Yes.
These are the graves of the people who have been serving for the mosque.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the women grave. These 2. This is the men.
Yes.
And you see here.
Yes.
This Muslim religion and these 12 sects.
Ah.
And one of these is Bektashi, like this mosque.
Ah. Interesting. Thank you. Is this still used today?
Yeah. This is open every day.
Ah.
And this is the more older olive tree in all of Albania.
Really?
This is around 7th century. This is put by Skanderbeg here.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
It's very, very old.
Yeah.
But I think in Europe it's older.
Huh.
It's very old. You see the difference?
The difference.
All this is the same?
Yep.
Because this has been a Turk. From Turkey.
Okay.
And for them it's different.
Yes.
And that's why it's different.
Ah, okay. And this is recent person?
Yes. Like the... See, somewhere is destroyed because it's destroyed by communists. They didn't want the people to came here.
Yeah.
And this has been closed for 45 years, this building.
By the communists?
Yeah, by the communists.
Yes.
And there was the small window by the glass. In that way, we find Mecca. Arabian Saudi.
Okay.
Arabic.
Yes. And these are the graves of people who actually lived here all the time, never left. Now, way over there, you can see that road. Way over there is also another tower. I don't know that we'll be able to see it here. The road goes up to it, but that's the tower that was signaled to from the signal tower behind me here. And there was another tower over here, the Petrela Tower of Tirana, that was also for signaling.
And this is...
So over there was one of the original ancient castles, and then brought to here at a later time. And here we have a great panorama from up on top. Yeah. And there's the mosque.
There,
Korea
this
Mountain.
building up there,
Yes?
down by the building, is another mosque like this, very important place.
Ah, okay.
And that's in a kind of hotel, but it's gratis. The people stay there
Oh.
in the evening. And there's
The museum is soon to open. The man that just kind of guided me around, very helpful, 32. He was working somewhere, I forget where, and had an accident. I think in Tuscany, and had an accident with a chainsaw that nicked his foot, and they had to do 6 hours of surgery. Now he's on $83 or 83 euros worth of medicines every month, and his mother does not have a pension. And this is the story that he told me. I don't know whether it's true or not, but it's enough to elicit a little payment from me. But in fact, he should become a guide up here in as formal a way as he can, because that's what he does and he's good at it.